What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Prop Drop, where I give you guys free daily player props on this channel. So if you guys are interested in that, please make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, 2 games in the NBA today, so just 2, but we do have 2 picks. So I have a pick in each of the games. Before we get into that, let's recap how we did in the previous slate. We go 2-2. But we do come out on top with 0.2 units because our 1 unit play cash. The rest of the plays were for half a unit. So the play that cash was Montas Pucelos over 14.5 points. I told you this kid is the real deal. Could have lathered that one up to 20 and it would have hit as he finished with 21. And then we had Giannis over 30.5 points. That cashed with ease against the Wizards. The 2 props that lost, we had Cade Cunningham over 36.5 PA. He just came on much later, had a slow start to the game. Pistons were down a lot, but this would have cashed if he was, again, starting off hot like he usually does. And then the most frustrating play of the night was Michael Porter Jr. over his PR, because I cannot take any props on this Nets team. They are completely tanking. Nobody's going to get a lot of minutes, and I'm just going to stay away from Nets prop all season long because, yeah, I'm done. That was awful. 2 plays for today. One is going to be for a 1 unit play, and the other one is half a unit. I told you guys we're going to be going a little light and slow into the season until we get more data to be able to make these picks with more conviction with the 1, 1.5, or even 2 unit plays. So we'll start in the first game. I have Chet Holmgren over 17.5 points, best odds -118 on, I believe, FanDuel. So Chet Holmgren started off the season super hot against the Houston Rockets. Just, showed that he is going to be that number 2 option with Jalen Williams out. And, came through and, almost hit this point line in the first half, I think. And so to me, going up against a fast-paced Indiana team, which is nowhere near the size of the Rockets, who are rolling out Şengün and Steven Adams, KD, Jabari Smith Jr., like you had all those guys, and you have a much smaller front court here. We're talking about guys like Isaiah Jackson, guys like, Jay Huff, smaller in the sense of not as intimidating or physical as the Rockets were. And I talked about the fast pace of the team. Indiana itself, not as good of a defense as Houston. More importantly, though, Jalen Williams is still going to be out. So to me, I think Chet is going to be putting up 20 points per game as the number 2 option. So if we're getting a 17.5 point line for him to score 18 points, I will take that. I will take that until proven otherwise. This one, though, is for a half a unit play. But yeah, I do like it. He took, a lot of shots, 17 field goal attempts in the opener, second most on the team behind SGA. Locked this one in. Chet Holmgren over 17.5 points. Our second play of the day, I'm going back to Steph Curry here, over 24.5 points. So Steph Curry, we took his prop on the first night of the NBA, and that one did not cash. He finished with 21, but I'm going back here against the Nuggets, who Chef has been pretty solid with, over in 2 out of his last 5, but he got very close. Could have been 3, 36, 20, 24, 20, and 30. The main thing here with Steph Curry is that he is a guy that is going to benefit a lot from the drop coverage with Nikola Jokic. So Jokic is going to stay in drop, and he is not going to come up and challenge Steph on these threes off these pick and rolls. Denver's defense just isn't as good as in years past without KCP, and they allowed the 8th most points per game in 2024. So I believe Steph is going to be able to, get going here. It's going to be a very competitive game here. I don't think it's going to be like where Steph has to sit and Buddy Hield's going off and whatnot like it did against the Lakers. I do expect Jimmy Butler to also be aggressive like he was in the first game, but I feel like this is a tailor-made Steph game here because of that drop coverage. So I'm taking him over 24.5 points here. Lock this one in -125. So those are my 2 player props for you guys in today's NBA slate. Let me know if you guys are tailing down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.